Hello and welcome to my channel. Here I review new movies and television shows and discuss them. Today, I want to talk about Pinball, the Man Who Saved the Game. It's a comedic drama about Roger Sharpe and how he saved pinball by testifying in front of the Manhattan City Council. The movie is based on a real story and includes quite a bit of the true history of pinball, how it got banned, and how it became legal again. The film was co-written and co-directed by brothers Meredith and Austin Bragg. The film starts off as a fake documentary interviewing Roger Sharpe, played by Dennis Boutsikaris. Roger starts telling us a story, and then the rest of the movie plays out with Mike Feist playing a young Roger Sharpe and Crystal Reed playing his love interest Ellen. Boutsikaris continues on as the narrator, making small appearances throughout the film while we learn who Roger is, how he came to New York, and about his life in the moments leading up to him saving pinball. The story is filled with all kinds of humor, an endearing romance that captures lightning in a bottle, and a drama about a man falling in love with a game and what it took to see the laws banning it overturned. The film tells you the history of the pinball machine in an informative and entertaining way, using a succinct method, and it does it through an oddly inspiring hero's journey. Roger isn't a normal hero. He's nerdy. He has a disgusting mustache that looks like a rat died on his face, and he lacks confidence. But when he starts talking about pinball, he becomes passionate, confident, and fascinating. His romance with Ellen isn't normal either. Both of them are divorced and looking to date again. There's a lot of chemistry between the actors, and we see them joke, share their hobbies, and eventually share their lives. The way the romance works into the hero's journey is beautifully done, and an example of great writing. How his relationship is mirrored in the rest of his life was also really well done. The story is consistent across the board, filled with excitement and emotion of all kinds. Has a ton of great morals and lessons to share with you, is filled with likable and interesting characters, and it's heartwarming overall. The cast is filled with great actors, but spends most of its time on two in particular, Mike Feist and Crystal Reed. Mike Feist as young Roger Sharpe is awkward, kind of funny, and just a tad innocent. He's often confused for a little while when entering a new situation and looks like a lost puppy. Then, Feist switches on the charm and shows off the good parts of Roger. When he's talking about pinball, Ellen, or any of the Boston sports teams, he becomes a truly charismatic person, and Feist makes the transition seem natural. Like Roger is finding his confidence in the middle of the conversation. He nails all the emotions, delivers a powerful and inspiring speech near the end, and truly embodied the character in all aspects. He managed to act out this entire movie with that absurd mustache tickling his lips at all times. That takes some real dedication. Crystal Reed as Ellen plays the love interest in the story. She has amazing chemistry with Feist and great comedic timing, and while her character is somewhat limited in range and dialogue, she plays the emotions of it well. Ellen is a confident, slightly older woman who knows what she wants and asserts herself accordingly. She's honest, straightforward, and surprisingly talented. The movie doesn't spend as much time developing her as Roger, but Reed is so charismatic in the role that it's natural to root for her. After Reed and Feist, Boutsikaris gets the most time. He's mostly narrating, but he's got an amazing voice for it. He's funny, charming, and humble. The ongoing conversation between him and the cameraman brings a lot of laughs, and every time he inserts himself into the story to give a short history lesson, I was surprised to see how interesting I found it. Production-wise, both the visuals and sound are amazing. Visually, the film is colorful, contains a lot of painting-like angles that are just breathtaking to look at, and captures the emotions in great detail. There are a ton of different sets, and the film really pulls off the 1970s look. The costumes are all era appropriate, and each main character has a unique look that makes them feel like a real living person in the world. The music is all old-fashioned rock and roll, some of which is actually from the 70s. The soundtrack is used to punctuate jokes, reinforce and amplify the emotions of the scenery, and help build the atmosphere and setting. It's used effectively, never competes with the dialogue, and follows the flow of the scenery perfectly. There are a few standout moments, but the one I want to mention is where the music is playing. Roger is riding high, and the music cuts at the perfect moment to accentuate his little heart attack as he realizes he's lost an important item. It's a great joke, and it's perfectly executed. Overall, the film was really exciting. The romance between Roger and Ellen is incredibly well done with a lot of chemistry. The story of Roger testifying is highly intriguing, and the film presents a great atmosphere that you can just get lost in. It also has a little bit of history, a few great moral lessons, and characters you can root for. As a film, it feels like an artistic endeavor. Every part is deliberate, and I was enthralled with the total experience, and how unique and refreshing it felt. It takes a character who is stereotypically nerdy and weak, and it shows off his strengths in an entertaining and an informative way. The story is good, the visuals and soundtrack are great, and the cast does a fantastic job. For once, I think this actually is a perfect film. It's good on all fronts and it has a lot of heart. 10 out of 10. Remember guys, these are just my thoughts on the film. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Sayonara, suckers!